Welcome to Daddy Issues.
Push nice and hard. You know, if your wrist is wore out by the time you get done doing this, you did something right.
This dungeon is gorgeous.
Hello and welcome.
A redhead will stuff you in her trunk and hang you on her wall and fuck you for days. Just saying. It's good times.
I go full trailer park.
Now let's go back to the hose.
That's weird.
Ooh, gimme.
Because
Was that hot?
Pardon me.
Dude, okay over there?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, their sticks are so far up their asses, it's like they're fucking puppets, and you're just...
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
Well, look who skipped their meds today. And then it was just like, I should drink less.
Hello?
Okay, so the old one works.
What old one?
Can you hear me? The original link. Because I was doing that when you messaged that you sent again.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That's good to know. Less effort.
You want to see what I ordered today?
Yes.
Before we get started?
Yeah.
All right. It's a few things, so I'll have to go
I like your off-the-shoulder look.
Thank you.
Senor Sexy Pants. Look at you. Just all chickadee.
That
is
for when I'm an evil 50s housewife.
Oh my god, that's fucking adorable.
And to go with that, for being an evil 50s housewife, let me make that picture bigger. That's really small. Enhanced.
Right?
I got one of these bad boys.
Ooh, nice. Is that metal? I can't really tell from...
No, it's wicker. It's a proper old 50s rug beater.
That's what it looked like. I couldn't tell what medium it was.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, like the way the picture is done. And then I got a little corset.
Dude, nice.
Which I'm gonna wear with this bodysuit.
Oh, I love that. I would totally wear that. Good for you.
Dude, look at the price at the bottom of it. That's like...
Where is this? Amazon?
Like $6. Amazon.
What the?
Cost me like...
What are you searching for? Sexiest tit shit ever?
No, but...
Like, do you do like bustiers, or do you do like...
So I got that.
Oh, I like that. That's cute. You know what that reminds me of, though?
What?
That... Not Silent Hill... The game with the creepy zombie nurses.
Oh yeah, that's Silent Hill.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went as one of those for Halloween once. I got these 4 for a tenner.
I got those. And I'm here to tell you rave reviews.
Yeah, are they great?
They're amazing. I have those. Those are like the garter stockings are like my favorite thing.
Oh, me too. I love them.
They always make my legs look...
And I got a copy of this classic.
Oh, I have not read that, but I like her legs, so I'm already interested.
Right. So that was my internet shopping today. Yay. I put all the medical stuff that I want to get in my wish list, but I couldn't afford to get all of it and all of those, and I didn't want to just get, because all right, you're always torn. You're like, okay, well, I'm making content as much as possible. Mm-hmm. So should I get all the stuff for this one clip idea I have, or should I get a variety of things so I can do different things?
What did you decide?
Well, obviously lots of different bits, because otherwise I was going to get the nurse's outfit and the stethoscope and the blood pressure arm cuff thing and the tongue depressors and the gloves and the reflex hammer thing and all of that. Because one of my clip ideas, you're going to love this, right? So we have Alice, bring Ben in chained up and chain him to the wall because he is a new slave that she's bought. So she has to bring him to me to examine him to make sure that he is healthy enough to get directly to work. And so I get to just fuck with him and poke and prod and grab his nuts and make him cough, that kind of thing.
Nice. You're really creative.
Thank you.
Like, I've seen a lot of porn in my day, and you beat it. Like, really without trying. It's just, I really respect creativity a lot.
Thank you. Well, for me, it was like, because obviously I used to be a dancer, and you're really limited as a dancer, unless you're doing burlesque. If you're doing burlesque, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're a stripper, and you are working in the club circuit, which is what I was doing, then you are really restricted on what you can do. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you're not going to make any money on it.
Right.
And with doing these clips, I can do whatever I want. And when I'm given free reign like that, ideas just come. We created a drive file, and I'm gonna get to all this in a minute because this is me being shady. We created a drive file to share between us. So if we have an idea for a clip, we put it in there, and boom. And already, like, we just started this like an hour ago. That's why I'm late, because I got distracted putting some stuff on. And I've already got 7 clip ideas down.
There you go. Yeah, you're like a machine of clips.
Yeah. They're going to be great. They're going to be really good.
I have full faith. I have full faith in all of your abilities when it comes to doing this. Like, zero. Aww. I have zero qualms about you being successful at it.
Speaking of, our OnlyFans went officially live yesterday.
And?
We got our first follower. We got our first subscriber.
Wow.
We have a first subscriber.
Am I allowed to...
Pardon?
Well, I was just about to ask, am I allowed to ask what you guys charge? It's a monthly rate, right?
It's a monthly charge on OnlyFans. And
right.
Is the one that went live yesterday. I will be starting my own. But the House Vindicta one, I believe, is £20 a month.
Okay, that's what mine's $19.99. Yeah.
He's obviously going to be subbing for me in my clips.
Right.
And I was like, right, anything that you're willing to do on camera, put it, tick yes. And I had like a massive list of every fucking fetish you could possibly think of.
Oh, really? Okay.
And and he said yes to a lot of stuff because he was like, listen, these clips are like, 10 minutes long. I get, I can fucking, if I'm not super into something, I can put up with it for 10 minutes.
That's a good way of looking at it. Okay. It's a tolerance over time thing. I get it.
Yeah, because some of the stuff I'm going to be in every clip I do. And so if anybody listening, if this makes it to the show, subscribes, and you can guess what stuff he's into and what stuff he's not, because I'm always going to have stuff that he likes in there so that he's not, just miserable the whole time. But there is some stuff that I want to do that I'm going to do because I want to do it,
Got it.
So.
And you make the rules.
I make the rules. He says, this is what I'm willing to do. So I'm going by that. I'm not crossing any lines. I'm not doing any kind of hard limit stuff. It's all stuff he's agreed to. So.
Right.
And he has the right to change that. If he decides that something sounded okay, but then when he actually did it, it was too much.
Right.
Then awesome. Fine.
You're really cool like that. I don't ever get the sense that you wouldn't cross someone's boundaries.
God, no. No.
You just wouldn't.
A broken toy is not something you can play with more than once.
I
don't want to break anyone. I want anybody that's...
I love that. I love that, what you just said there. A broken toy. That's really true, too.
It is. Like, I want my subs to be healthy and in good frames of mind. I want them to be achieving their goals, because if everything is going good for them, they are better at serving me.
That's true.
You know? What's the point in, like, you know, completely mind fucking someone into being this, like, mindless, brainless slave? What's the point in that? You'll run them down within a month. They won't be able to handle it. Nobody can, you know?
Yeah, you'll get burnt out.
Yeah, and as the dom, you get fucking bored.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get bored. You'll just be like, ugh, what do you want to do? Whatever you want me. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a very different dynamic in general that
Yeah, your clients are a totally different.
It's a very different thing.
Fish,
So, but like
they?
the reason I say this is because it's really hearing the way you kind of like tend to a sub. It's nice.
Well,
it is. Cause like I'm gonna fuck up their mind a bit because they asked me to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I will, but I'll put it back together when I'm done. Before they leave me, they're gonna be a whole person again.
Right.
You know? And that's what's so important. You can fuck with their minds, you can take them apart, but you have to put them back together. That is your responsibility as a dominant. And, you know, I mean, obviously you're going to get some crazy asses that are just like, whatever, I don't care, fuck my shit up. I don't need that, you know. Like, but those people are dangerous, you know. I don't tend to play with, like, anybody that contacts me and says, you know, oh, I have no limits. I'm just like, then you're not playing with me because you're not being honest.
Right.
Everyone has limits.
Yeah.
So you're okay if I tied you up and just amputated both your legs with a fucking rusty saw. That's cool with you, according to you, you know?
Yeah.
Come the fuck on, man.
I like defining limits. I don't know why people wouldn't want to do that. Unless they just are being reckless. Like,
they are. That's exactly what they're doing.
I had a guy who I kind of like... We get messages periodically, and this guy was kind of coming into a side of his sexuality that he wasn't used to. He wasn't changing sexual preferences, but he was developing fetishes, you know, like, or not necessarily even developing them, just recognizing them, you know?
Yeah.
And so I kind of directed him towards a few different resources, and I asked him, you know, where he felt stuck. And he was like, you know, I just don't feel like I'm ready to be honest about it, like with anyone. And and I was kind of thinking back, and I was like, well, I would open with this now. I'm at the stage in life where this is what I do, this is who I am, this is, you know, this is it. It's a whole show. But I feel like when you're doming for someone and you have any sort of, whether it's impact play, whether it's mental play, whether it's like some form of like, I don't know, mental extortion, for lack of a better, I'm reaching right now, but you know what I'm talking about, like really fucking them up a bit. And I think not all people who do this professionally are doing it responsibly.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, every old school dominatrix I know, with especially concerning your particular brand of domination, they're all like, femdom is dead. How femdom worked originally, that's completely gone. And now it is like full of like 20-somethings that are trying to get money off people on, you know, social media and shit.
Well, and it's pacified men to a point where like it works. So here's the problem. So for those of us who are actual femdoms, we don't want pennies on the dollar. guys. Like, if you're a college student, find somebody who's in your budget. I'm not. And I'm not a prostitute either. So, like, we're not going to talk about an exchange where I give you this, you give me that. I've talked about dangling the carrot and how it's an annoyance for me, but it's something that inexperienced findoms are doing, and findoms who have been doing this a long time are doing because they have to get any sort of consistency. Because if you're, like, sending clips over for $1 or whatever, and that's what they become used to, then you've kind of broken the language of what a fin sub is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now it's an exchange thing. Like, you might as well just pay for clips.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's why I could never do your style of dominate. I could never do, like, just straight fin doming, because for me, it's more like a job interview and an exchange. It's just like, look, this is your list, fill it out. This is your paperwork, fill it out. And then put down a deposit. And then we can talk about, you know, your session and things like that. But, you know, none of this fucking about. If you want to get to know me before a session, fine. I've got no problem with that. But you are going to pay for my time. You're going to pay for it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they want you to keep talking to them when they're not paying for you to do that. It's like, no. I have a life, dude.
Right? I have other shit to do. Oh, you know what, though? I found out about the site Tryst, which I didn't know about. It is primarily a site for escorts, but they have an entire section for BDSM service providers. And I was like, ooh, I'm a BDSM service provider. So I started looking at all the different girls' ads and checking out, like, sort of what they say, what kind of stuff they offer, because you never know. There might be something that someone offers that you haven't even thought about.
Right.
And I saw one on this one lady's ad. She's a dominatrix in Manchester. She offers cuddling sessions.
Aww.
Like, fully clothed, no sexy stuff, but just cuddling. Just cuddling, having, like, hot chocolate, snuggling. And I was like, oh my God,
this is like
that's
the cutest
adorable.
little kink.
I know, that's a kink. Oh my God, I am so gonna offer cuddle sessions. I'm absolutely offering that shit because that is adorable.
Aww,
that is so sweet.
You're gonna be all fluffy with somebody.
Yeah,
That's
I could
adorable.
Offer bedtime story sessions as well. I was thinking where we all snuggle up and I read to them.
I love that. I think that's adorable. I love littles.
I think that people are so disconnected from any form of affection or interaction right now that sometimes it's like, I don't want anything sexual. I don't want any fetish. I just want to be close to someone. I just want to feel some connection to somebody, you know?
Yeah, and I think we could be honest, like, whether you're dating or not, it's kind of difficult. It's difficult to, like, feel that connection. Even with when you're with somebody, you can feel disconnected and as if they could be in the same bed as you and you're just like, I don't really feel like we're in the same planet. You know? I've been there. I've been married to that asshole.
Right? She also offered taking her on shopping sprees, which I was like, that's right up Miss Shade Queen's alley.
That is right totally me. That's absolutely me.
Yeah. And she even said, she was like, be prepared to spend at least $500.
Oh, I love that. She set up a little finite minimum.
Yeah.
Good
She was
for
like,
her.
I have expensive tastes. And, you know, if you're wanting to do a shopping spree, we're doing a fucking shopping spree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could offer that service, though, because I get really bitchy when I'm out shopping for a long time. Like, if I'm out for ages, I'm just like, okay, fuck this. I want to go home.
No, see, I already have a plan for that. First of all the places I like to shop offer you whatever the fuck you want while you're shopping. Okay? So there's a perk for that. And then you can sit your queen ass down while they deliver the things that you might be interested in. Okay? To your feet. And your slave / whoever the fuck is trying to impress you today is literally like at your feet like a pet. Like, do you want a coffee with that champagne you're holding, miss? I would love to help you with that. Let me go run 7 blocks in that direction to the food court in another country.
I
have dreams.
Yeah. Do you know what ghetto shopping thing I miss in America?
I do not know, but I'm excited to hear.
It just popped into my head. Going to furniture stores and they give you like a Coke in a glass bottle.
They don't do that anymore. That is not a thing.
That was great.
Dude,
that was
so
great.
Not a thing. Now they'll give you like a bottle of water that you could have picked up at the gas station and it would have tasted better if that tells you anything.
No, it's not the same. It's got to be the glass Coca-Cola bottles.
They're the minis. They're not even a full-size bottle of water. This is how the mighty have fallen.
What happened to your standards, America?
Rooms
Fucking
to
hell.
Rooms to go. And I mean, IKEA, I can't even bash IKEA. Their shit is pretty dope. And I like clean lines in my life. But I'm not going to sit here and act like IKEA is going to save me in the end. I really want some really lavish shit. So IKEA is not the goal. Okay?
That's Empower the thoughts. Empower them.
Power the thoughts. Power the thoughts.
That's we're just. What are you up to tonight? You know, planning some thoughterry.
Thoughterry. That could be like a scent that you offer in your dungeon. Thoughterry.
The thoughterry.
The thoughterry.
It'd be almost like a humiliation session in a way. You do it like when you say a thoughterry session. What I think of when you say that is dudes stripped, put in a corner, possibly in a cage, and me and my friends dress as hoey as possible, drink champagne, and make fun of him from like across the room. Because we're over there. We're those hoes over there, you know?
That's awesome. See, this
like
is what I'm talking about.
Take olives out of martinis and throw it at him. You know, that sort of thing.
Very creative. So creative. You should do birthday parties for kids. Just not the same content exactly. You know, streamers, not whips.
I am absolutely terrible at being creative at normal vanilla things.
I'm awful at it the other day.
But you get me into this world and I shine.
Okay, so now on that note, I'm so glad you said that. All right. So this is so exactly in that vein. I was trying to make a cake.
Oh God.
Now, I want to preface this by saying I've made cakes successfully before on my own.
I can't wait for this story.
You love me. You love me so much, honey. You're gonna be happy that you weren't in the house at the time that this went down, though, because it was like, wah, 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 wah. Like, what the fuck did she just do this time? So I thought I was hungry, and I wasn't really hungry. I just wanted something sweet, and what did I want? I wanted cake. But
sometimes you gotta have cake.
Yes, you fucking right on, dog. Like, yes. Sometimes you do just want some cake. Just like sometimes
you get that craving.
Yeah, just like for cock, you want cake. Cake, cock. I like them both, okay? And sometimes I want them both in the same day if I'm feeling feisty. This wasn't that day, but I wanted the cake for sure. So, but I didn't just want any cake. I wanted it to have 3 layers, and for some reason it was important to me that it also had filling. Now,
well, you can't just have 3 layers without filling.
No.
Dry.
Like, I wanted to make a filling instead of just like putting Nutella between it, or like, I don't know, something simple. You know, where I could just you know,
just slap it in.
No, I was like, I'm gonna cut up a bunch of strawberries and put. It was kind of like a really elaborate, like a berry center,
like a Victorian sponge, kind of.
Yeah, it was a great idea, and I love your face. How you're like, I know you fucked this up though. Layer 1, Layer 2, both checked into the party. No probs. Everything was fine. Layer 3, And Layer 3, basically... Oh.
Okay, you were on the third layer.
I usually am right before the fucking money shot. No, the third layer, okay, it's a circular pan.
Right.
Did not come out as a circular layer. More like half moon style. I greased the entire fucking pan, by the way. I want to make that clear to anybody who's like, I know what she did wrong. No, you don't, because I still don't. So, Half Moon drops out of shit pan. I know, they're really cute. And I'm like, it's all right. I don't need the third layer. It's okay. I can be without it. And much like trying
2 layers is fine.
Yeah. Much like a relationship, I'm trying to make it work when it shouldn't. And putting the pieces together anyway. So, this is... what first of all, I couldn't waste what was still a perfectly good Half Moon thing. I was like, I just started macking on it while trying to figure out how I was going to use all this extra filling that I had for a 3-layer situation. Because I had mashed up like some of the filling and it was really stupid what I did. And at the end of it, it was 2 layers that were lopsided because I didn't realize that like one of the cake pans, I guess, was not level on the bottom anymore. I don't know.
Oh God.
And if I had seen it, I would have flipped it and it would have been flat on the bottom, but I didn't do that. So instead it was like, wah, wah. And it was, I would say it tasted good, but the only good part about it was that, it was just a letdown.
What it tastes like?
It was fine. It was just like kind of a mistake cake. I mean, like,
as long as it tastes good.
In pastry world, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like you could work at an amazing bakery for a living, and 1 being like that came from a gas station. I would rank this at like a 3.
Wow.
And that's me ranking it. And I know I'm a little bit of a harsh critic and a little, but it was, I think I was just so excited about what it was meant to be. And like, you put your hopes and dreams into this cake and it just gives you the middle fucking cake finger and is like, I'm going to be unbalanced. You're not really going to like the caloric intake. And guess what? I'm going to make you fat. That's life. I can't hear you.
Baking is like a science. It's easy to fuck it up.
You know what? It is science.
One little thing
There's
wrong,
math involved sometimes.
Fucks it up.
I'm not. And I'm like the best at making brownies. So come over from brownies, not cake.
I want some brownies. Send me some brownies. Put some like walnuts in them.
See, those are the ones that I like. I like nuts in my brownies.
Yes. Otherwise, it's just fucking cake.
So, I don't know what made me think of this right now because it's totally unrelated. But I have to point this out because we had a listener write in. I made a comment in the last episode that I need to make a correction about.
Oh, God damn it. What'd you do?
I told you, which I'd misheard it. So that's the correction. Hold on, let me pull up the listener's name because I wrote it down. Listener is, you'll like this, Chain Lover 439.
Oh, I love that.
I was like,
Chain Lover.
I want to be honest really quick, by the way. If I hear metal clanging like together anywhere, I get wet.
Right?
Thing. I don't know why.
I'm a big believer in the metal restraint system.
Super hot. Anyway, so I made a comment. I wrote all this down because I was afraid I would forget. So apparently I was wrong when I said Kurt Cobain's daughter gets $100,000 a month.
Right.
As a result of his death. First of all, do you think I was over or under?
Under?
by a lot.
Really?
Yeah. So as it turns out, she actually gets 100,000 a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like I was
And she
already.
listens to Ben. She's like, they kind of suck.
You know what I was thinking when first of all, she writes about how, or she talked about how, I'm sorry, she didn't write about this, somebody wrote this about her, how she has mentioned, well, at one point I used to feel guilty about this amount, and it's like, I guess she got over it.
Well, it's not her choice, is it? It's not her choice how much she receives. That was
right,
what
somebody
was
else,
set out.
right, exactly, it was in his
it's not
will.
like she's going to be like, no, I don't want that. Like,
Right,
who the
no.
fuck would turn that down? What sane human being would look at a lawyer dead in his eyes and be like, nah.
I can think of a million things that I would say no to, but 100 grand a day, I'm good. Let's say yes to that. I could make worse decisions. One of them would be saying no to that. I would be a little leery that there was a catch, but if my dead father is the one that set that shit up, I'd be like, all right, this sounds legit.
Yeah, right?
Just saying. So thank you, Chain Lover.
Speaking of Chain Lover, what was the number? Was it 469?
439.
439. Speaking of Chain Lover 439, I want to just do a salute to kick-ass usernames because somebody started following me on FetLife, and his name is Carlos Party Pants, and it made my whole fucking day when I saw that username. I was like, I want to hang out with Carlos Party Pants.
See,
you sound like,
that's how he got you. Sucked you right in.
This is a guy that's going to take you out and you're going to have a good time.
With his party pants. Right in his party pants. If everything goes well, you'll be rocking those party pants the next morning yourself.
Dude, right? You'll be sneaking out the window with them in hand. These are my party pants now. Like, I'm the one with the party pants.
You're like, you know what? This started at a really young age. SpongeBob kicked this obsession off. It became a kink, and now I'm stealing pants that are referred to having parties. Just saying. That could be kink in the news in just weeks. Like,
I have something for kink in the news.
Why did you say
a
it sadly?
hashtag?
You hashtagged?
No, I have a hashtag for kink in the news.
Oh, God.
Right now, getting it trending. There is a hashtag going around Twitter that makes my life. Yes. And it is called hashtag disabled people are hot. And it is all of these men and women with disabilities doing sexy pictures and putting them up. And I am living for it. I am there for this.
That is awesome.
I love it so much. I mean, there was one girl posted a selfie and she looked really pretty and she had her makeup done and everything, but she was on like dialysis or something.
Wow.
So she had like the IVs and everything, but gorgeous. And just seeing him, there was a guy that started the hashtag, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. I feel so ill prepared for not writing this down. But he did a picture of like a nude, tasteful nude. In his wheelchair and everything, and I'm so there for this. This is my favorite fucking hashtag in ages.
Here for it. You're like,
right? I am so here for it. Like, just seeing the disabled community come out and say, no, we are still human beings. We're still adults. We're still attractive. We still have sex and have desires and have kinks and whatever. I love it. I love it. So keep an eye out for hashtag disabled people are hot. And you should get your ass up there.
Oh, I should. Yes.
You should get your ass up there.
Disabled I was thinking about it. I was like,
hot.
I'm fucking disabled. Nobody really knows, but I am. I count. I'm a people.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't
Just because you're
always
not on disability doesn't mean that you're not disabled. You require a service dog. Disabled.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
And yet, smoking fucking hot.
Aw, you're so nice.
So, yeah, I've been, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta tell Shade Queen and be like, get your sexy ass up there.
First of all, I love modeling, so like this is something I'm gonna get behind.
Yes.
And I've kind of needed this year, my goal in my portfolio is to do projects that I believe in. I spoke with one photographer. We have an amazing idea that I would be flying out to New York to shoot, which would be super cool. It would be a 2-day shoot. And
Nice.
I'd probably stay for a few extra days, but and get some other shoots done and things like that. But I love this because it's not brand related, but it would be published. So that would be super cool. And it's something where if someone saw this and saw me in this magazine, I would truly believe in what they were looking at. You know, like I would want them to see it. I would want them to feel something with it. So that would be an amazing project to be involved in. Another thing that there are a few creative projects I'm interested in doing, but I want to do things that mean something, that say something, that I feel something by doing. I don't need to just like fill a magazine. I've already done that shit before. I'm old now. Like, let me make something of myself this time. You know? Like, if you still want to shoot me, let me say something with that.
Absolutely, because you deserve a voice.
Well, it's not even that. Even if it's the photographer's voice, and they're trying to send a message that I believe in, great. I'd love to be a vehicle to make that possible.
Yeah.
DM me, Shade Queen 2019, Instagram. I don't really. You could email me at the show email, which if you want to email us for anything, it's daddyissuezshow@gmail.com. So you guys can email us there and send your questions, comments, anything there, or for bookings, let us know. Hey, if you want to be on the show, you could email us there too, and we could set that up. We would really like a fresh guest.
I am trying so hard. I met a friend of mine, Heidi.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mentioned
the other day
to me.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in forever. And first of all, she was super happy to see me and see me as my as my old self. She was just like, "Oh my God, it's like original."
Aww.
Yeah. So we had a chat and everything. I am trying to get her to come on though, but I don't know if she will or not. She's in the middle of working on her PhD at the minute. So.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, she's working.
Yeah.
And everything else. So yeah, it's
I
finding a slot.
Yeah, it's difficult to like find balances when you've got school hanging over your head, and it doesn't matter what age you are. I mean, when you're a kid, it's a lot easier, though. I mean, at that point, you've got it made at that time in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You just don't recognize it. So that's the problem with that. So I was super stoked that a listener wrote in. In fact, I should check my messages because I always post if anybody wants to write in and ask us anything to do so. But yeah, I wish PayPal is kind of fucking the world lately. You're undoing the sex industry's payments. I know it's in your like bylaws and shit. But still, it's like mean. It's just mean. Why do you care? You're making money.
I know, right? Why do you care where your money comes from?
I know a lot of people are listening and they're, here's the reason. It's technically in a lot of ways can be ringed in with prostitution. But what if you're just having them pay for clips that they could, I mean, obviously that's not prostitution because that's not prostitution on clips for sale. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? Even if it is for prostitution, who gives a shit?
I don't, but I feel like that's the law that people are afraid to break. Or maybe that's just my assumption, by the way.
But it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't fucking matter. Just let us transfer money. Jesus fucking Christ.
Did you see that thing I posted about YouTube and how I'm pulling our content from YouTube? Did you happen to see why?
I need to pull mine as well.
Okay. I'm going to actually post a link about this in our show notes, but for those of you that are YouTubers, like basically everyone, I'm actually in the process of pulling our content. It's an arduous process, as it turns out, once shit's been out there, and it's never really, 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 really going to be gone, but I'm just pulling my support, in essence. I'll post a link with a guy who very clearly shows what I feel should be oh my god, making the news every day until it's corrected, really. And it's been going on for a couple years. I'm somebody who's reasonably intelligent, and I say this because this has been going on for about 2 years. And what it is it's like, essentially pedophiles are creating subrings by commenting on children who are making exactly. They're commenting on children's videos that kids are submitting. Their parents don't know that these pedophiles are commenting and making timestamps about children in compromising positions, but that's actually how they're collecting them, and within a few clicks you can only see those kinds of videos.
Yeah, I mean, the guy that did the video on it,
4 clicks.
he got to, well, the first time he found him, he was in 2.
Yeah.
And then
he shows you, but what he shows you is how hard it is to get away from once you've done it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only those videos that come up.
Yeah, the algorithm is pretty much set. And here's the thing. Algorithms can be changed. The process and code that would need to be rewritten in the time that they've known this is a problem and have been made aware, and it has been, their articles have been written about this already. In the time all of that has gone down, no one has rewritten any code. And the reason that's a problem for me is I feel like that's an endorsement of child pornography and child prostitution. And I am so fucking against that. You're animals. Not
I don't
YouTube
fucking
per
understand
se.
why everybody, lawmakers are so worried about grown-ass adult women that are choosing to work in the sex industry and not on top of this. These are fucking kids.
Yeah.
You sick pieces of shit.
It's
honestly.
Well, and
kill
it's
yourself.
because, like, well, right now, YouTube is like a search engine. It's considered almost as big as Google. I mean, it's people search when they're looking for something that they need to learn how to do, for example. They'll look at YouTube and get tutorials and things like that. And so it's like a mecca already of traffic.
Yeah.
But with all of that in mind, if you know this is going on and you haven't done anything to change that process, like I said, that to me looks like an endorsement. And I don't want to have our shit mixing with that shit.
No. I'll be taking Legion After Dark's down as well.
I just don't
honestly,
agree with it.
Even if this wasn't happening, it's still shit. It's still like completely shit now. But fuck, this is just insane to me. It is absolutely insane to me.
Well, and I feel like
nothing's been done about this and no one's talking about what the fuck, you know?
Well, and it's like I said just a minute ago, there have been articles that were written about this from 2017. Like, this has been a documented problem for long enough that someone else has written about it. Other people have gotten outraged about it, but nothing was done about it by YouTube. So that's their decision. Silence is an answer.
Yep, exactly.
In that vein, by the way, that listener who had written in a while ago, like a few episodes, we had just started this season, I think. And she was like, I feel like my partner might be pulling away. And we were like, well, if you kind of feel like that, he might be. He probably is. If you have to ask the question, he probably is. Well, he was.
Oh, no.
But good news. She found someone that's making her very happy right now. So she just wanted to let us know that she was happy. She's not given me details, but that she was happy.
That's fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy for you, listener.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, little baby update kind of thing. Well, not that they're
love
having a baby.
that.
Shit, I'm not outing any shit. Like, I did not say that.
Small update.
Yeah, like a mini update.
I'm so glad she updated this. I love it when people update us on what's going on and how things turned out, because a lot of people reach out when they have a problem or something, and then we just never hear from,
Yeah, and we give them advice, and we're like, shit, how did that go? Like,
right? What happened? Are you okay? Like,
is everything all right?
Do you need help?
Do we need smoke signals or body bags? Just wanted to know.
Right.
So, 2 questions. First of all, when it comes to age play, because this question came up in conversation, it was not a listener, it was just conversation. Someone was like, well, if you're into age play, you must be damaged, because the only people who are into age play are damaged. And I was thinking, and I couldn't really make an absolute defense for this because I myself am damaged, but I'm into age play. Like, not to the pacifier level, but like to the... I like to be treated more like a doll and little and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't like little play per se. Like, I don't like having like, I don't want to be on the floor playing with toys or any of that shit.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's more of a, I like the dominant submissive dynamic to an extent. I don't really seek it out anymore. I just kind of washed my hands of it all because y'all let me down. But when we're talking about age play, I feel like this person made a point that I personally had nothing good to say. What would you say?
Okay. Well, can you point to me which group of people is not damaged?
Oh, that's a good response.
Everyone's fucking damaged. Everyone's damaged. I mean, seriously.
That's true.
Name me one fucking person on this planet that doesn't have baggage, that doesn't have damage. Everyone does. That is the human condition. You know?
The human condition is damage.
It is. I mean, it is. We live in a society. We live in a society that is too big for us. It's too much for us, and it's too cruel for us. And by the time we reach adulthood, there is damage. There's some kind of damage there,
So
nobody gets out of this life unscathed.
That is the perfect segue into what happened to me yesterday.
Oh God, what happened yesterday?
I went to therapy.
Oh, how'd it go?
Like, okay, in my head, this was all a great plan. I had a list of shit that I was gonna get out. And damn it, did I. Like, I got it all out. Like, word vomit. I was on, I was out. It was like I had such regret for letting out the floodgates. Like, I've never been that fucking honest at once. It's like I give them like pieces and I let them learn in stages how fucked up my life has been.
Well, they're your therapist, though.
Yeah.
There's no
it's
such
just
thing
the first
as
meeting.
oversharing with your therapist.
This is the first meeting.
It doesn't matter. I think the fact that happened at the first meeting just shows how desperately you needed it.
I think that too. I think the reason it all came out like that, and I laid it out almost like a deck of cards and was like, there you go. What do you think? He probably might have respected me for it if he didn't think I was totally nuts. I mean, I'm not. It's just, and I'm not there because I'm like questioning whether I'm nuts or not. It's more, I know that I'm depressed. I would like to address that. I think for anybody that has struggled with mental illness beyond even depression, I struggle with other things. And since he like asked me, he was like, so what brought you here now? And I was like, my service dog died and I'm a fucking mess. Like, I feel like I lost an arm and now I don't know who I am. It sounds stupid, but it's true.
Yeah.
And have you ever felt that way though? Like you unveiled too much.
No, but that's because I'm an oversharer by nature.
I am too.
I overshare all the time. I don't mean to. I can't stop myself. I don't see it coming when it happens. So whenever I've like gone blah all over a therapist, it's just like another day in oversharing.
I was like a
But
deer in
that's their
headlights.
job. They're trained to take the floodgates. You know, they're trained for that.
The
So,
impact.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it somewhere, that's the best place to do it.
Coming at you like a freight train. I wasn't trying to be too much. That wasn't my intention at all. It's just like, I really wanted to get to the point. Here's why I'm really here. Here's the shit. And it was almost like I couldn't tell one piece of the puzzle without telling the rest of the story because it just doesn't make sense unless you know the whole thing. And I guess I kind of didn't want to settle for 12 weeks of therapy to be like, this is all the shit I know about me so far. I just want to be like, here's what's on the table.
Well, and that's productive though, because if you do it a trickle down thing earlier, then you wait ages to address some really important shit. And the way therapy kind of works, or at least the way it worked for me, is that's what happens anyway. Like one issue you're working on, you don't just work on that issue. You work on that issue and then it leads to another one and there's a domino effect because it's all interconnected.
That's exactly what it was. And that's why I felt like after I said it, I was like, you know how you're supposed to feel relief? Instead I was like, oh my God. I just way overshared. I drove away.
You can't overshare with a therapist. That's their job.
I just, yeah. But the thing is like, I've been guarded. I don't want to be guarded. I want to get the work in process and get to the bottom of some of my PTSD. And so I didn't want to waste time talking about, like, dude, so he started getting into my childhood. I was like, I could tell you about my current hood. Like, let's go there. Because that's more relevant to what's fucking... I already have been to therapy long enough to know what is important to deal with right now. I just need somebody to help me excavate some of the shit I can't deal with yet.
Yeah.
I sound like...
That is a process, though.
It is a process. And I feel like I wanted so badly to, like, get all that out and feel that sense of relief. Almost like I was purging sins, except I wasn't responsible for half of them. I lived through it, you know? And then I was sitting there like, oh, I don't feel better. Why did I do that? Like,
well, you're not gonna. It's not like magic.
No, well, I was hoping it would be a little more magical, wife. Okay. Are you drinking?
It's a smoothie.
Oh, smoothie in a bottle?
Yeah, it's got like apple, mango, kiwi, and cucumber.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Oh,
yeah, it's nice.
Fancy. How refreshing. You're like a Whole Foods stop. I'm not healthy like you are. I fell off the bandwagon. I kind of like lost all my momentum. I didn't want to work out. Now I am working out. I'm like, fuck, I'm in a lot of pain. So, and then I would swim, but...
Dude, I'm not healthy at all. I'm like really fat. I'm a size fucking 14.
I have to be like I don't have to be healthy. I have to look cute because it's part of the job. So if I'm not cute and I just look like shit and you know, so like cucumber water is good for the skin, ladies and gentlemen. Guys too. guys, too. It improves your skin
Yeah.
quality. Cucumber water. Also, lemon water, natural detoxifier. And if you have a slower metabolism, it'll help boost it. So there you go. Little diet chip
Wow.
from the super
Very cool.
fucking thin chick. But I wasn't always thin. I had to lose weight at one point. But here's the problem. I've just stopped because I've been in a lot of pain with my knee. So I kind of just like let shit go for a little while. And now I'm trying to get back on the bandwagon, but I'm like, maybe just yoga, which by the way, that shit's hard. And I did it for years and years. Yeah, I love it too. It's really good for my mind. And that's one of the reasons I like it. But the return on my body bouncing back is slower. It will, it just takes longer.
Wow.
I'm sorry, your reaction was funny to that. Wow.
I had to give you that because you had such conviction. I had to give you the what's he called? Blonde guy that says wow.
I'm not good with trivia. You know this. I fail at trivia. I'm good at interview.
You was in Zoolander.
Yeah, but I don't remember. No. Remembering's for people who can do that. I don't do that. I write notes. I said this to somebody literally yesterday. I was like, I don't remember things. I write things down. And if I can remember where I wrote them down, I'll also remember what I was trying to remember. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
Oh, right. I can't. Yeah.
Do you ever like keep shit in the same places? Because you're like, I'll remember if it's over there.
I'm like, because if I don't, if it's not in that place, it's lost forever to me. I can never find it again.
See, I keep like my keys in the same place all the time. I keep my purse in generally the same two places all the time. It's just safer that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do we have a strain of the week this week or no?
We do not have a strain of the week this
Okay,
week
so we'll skip that.
Because
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I forgot. But we do have an apocalypse watch.
That's better. Oh,
Let me
not
look it
better,
up.
but like, fuck. I love Apocalypse
It'll just be
Watch.
a short. Yeah, well, and I thought it would be a good idea so that like the listeners know that the old stuff is still here, kind of thing. And then I saw an article about zombie deer. So.
What?
And now it's time for Apocalypse Watch.
Apocalypse Watch. Yay! What's happening?
Yeah. Right. So there's this disease that is killing a lot of deer in America right now.
It's called
And
man.
they're I have no idea what it's called.
I was joking.
But they're calling them zombie deer. They just aimlessly waste away until they die. And now they've recently discovered that it can be transmitted to humans.
No, it can't.
It can. So zombie apocalypse is on the horizon. And of course, it'd be the deer that took us out. You know? I mean,
I feel like
it's
that's
kind of
just fair.
justice, really.
It is. It is justice on every level. Frankly, like, we used to make jokes about, well, what if you armed the deer, you know, and like sent the hunters abreast. But then think about it from my perspective right now. It's like, if they're wasting away like that, like, we caused something to make that possible, probably. It's probably not a natural occurrence. It's probably some chemical they've been exposed to that we put there.
Yeah, probably.
More than likely. I mean, that's very atypical to hear about flesh-eating shit. There are viruses like that.
You just waste. Oh, absolutely. I'm betting, like, okay, so if it transfers to humans, it would probably be a bit like mad cow disease. But then if someone could take this and combine it, like splice it with rabies. And then you'd have it. You'd have the actual zombie virus.
You're like, that is exactly what you need for the X virus. That's horrible.
T virus. Yeah.
That's horrible.
So they're advising people not to like go hunting and eat the meat because then they'll transfer to people, and once it transfers to people, you know.
And rednecks are like, it's okay, we'll just shoot the shit and leave it out there. Mm-hmm. We just won't touch it after it's dead. Great job. Now we'll have the rotting flesh animal with the rotting zombie virus just fucking up in the... Now other animals will be picking it apart. Because, you know, the people that like hunting are probably not like, I'm not going to hunt. I'm just going to leave it there.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. I don't understand that. I don't understand hunting not for food.
It's
like hunting for food, food, but just hunting for the hell of it, that's just a wasted day. You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then you go out and you sit there and you drink beer and then you see a thing and you shoot the thing and then you go home. That sounds boring as fuck.
You're a really, really creepy animal serial killer. Like, you don't really need what you're getting. You're not in a survival situation. If you are, that sucks. You're probably not listening to this show. It doesn't apply to you. But, you know, in other situations where you're just like, let me prop up in this hut that is 30 feet above eye level of this poor animal that has no idea I'm using an AK with a scope, like, about to nuke this motherfucker with the zombie virus.
If your whole point is to, like, kill another thing, right, to show that you have some sort of prowess or some sort of predator instinct, if that's what you're getting out of it, you should do it with your bare hands. You should just square up, you know?
Did you hear about that guy? Did you hear about the guy that got attacked by, like, a cougar or a panther or something and, like, fucking killed it with his bare hands?
Yes! Bare hands, see?
And there's a chick who's like talking to him about the story, a reporter, and she's talking to him and she looks so fucking turned on by this guy whose face has been fucked up by a cougar. And the meme that's been created is fucking priceless. He goes, looks like that cougar wasn't the last that he was gonna have to deal with. I was like, yes!
Nice.
Because, she looks thirsty AF. Thirsty. So
yeah, that was this week's Apocalypse Watch.
I
bet you guys thought we forgot about Apocalypse Watch. I'd never forget about it.
No,
the end is nigh.
We keep thinking it's over, and then something else fucked up happens. We're like, well, maybe this will do it. Like, or let me put something to you.
Maybe the deer disease, right? Mm-hmm. Remember several episodes ago, last season, we talked about them finding those bacteria or those like living diseases that had thawed out from the permafrost.
Right. We talked about
that.
And
that was a few months ago.
Right.
And now suddenly there's this new disease taking out the deer.
Dude, you might be onto something there.
It all goes in stages.
You're like, this is stage 2. You're like, some other shit's gonna go wrong that we mentioned. You remember that one video I sent you with that fireball coming at the screen that hits a barn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a visual representation of what I think keeps happening. It's just like, only now it's zombie virus. Sometimes it's going to be like political outrage. Next week it's going to be like...
Oh.
What?
That reminded me.
Triggered.
I saw another story for Apocalypse Watch.
Okay.
All right, because everyone's so entertained by Donald Trump's fuckery and just this sheer chaos, and everybody's glued to their screens on that.
Right.
People are unaware that right now, India and Pakistan are that fucking close to go into war, and they are both nuclear powers.
Oh,
and they are close. And a few days ago, there was a terrorist attack in India that a group in Pakistan took responsibility for, and the president of India is coming up for re-election, and if there's not a response, he's out on his ass. So they are this close to kicking off. So there's another. If the deer don't get you,
India
the nukes will.
The nukes will win. If it's not the deer,
They will win every time.
I really feel like, first of all, points for the deer. I feel like this is justice for them. I said that earlier, but I really mean that. I feel like it's been a long time coming that they leveled the playing field and be able to get back with their fucking... They're faster than we are, so it's like if they just run up on you and, like, move fast enough by you, you've just been contaminated.
Dude, totally. Although they think now, at the moment, they think you just get it if you eat the meat.
Oh, okay, so it's not like airborne. That we know of.
Not yet. Yeah, that we know of, yeah.
They're like, there's no aerosol can of this yet, but it's coming. Everybody get ready for the holidays. No, well, here's the other thing that's happening. So it's what? It's not March yet, and it's so hot here. Like, way more... It's so much hotter than it was in previous years at this time of year. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, it was really nice out today here. This is February. It's supposed to be like snowing or freezing fucking cold in this country. And it was like sunny and like you didn't need it was like jacket weather. It wasn't coat weather. It was like jacket weather.
That's the best. I love jacket weather. Because you can look hot.
I love jacket weather too.
Without feeling burdened by like a puffy suit jacket thing. Like,
yeah.
When you walk
jacket
around, it's like
great.
I hate that shit.
And it's the only time that you can get away with wearing those like sleeveless vest things.
That's true. For all you vest wearers out there. For all these. I mean, it is still a trend. Like, there is a way to do it tastefully even, but like a lot of you are more like Barnum and Bailey and less like sophisticated woman.
Yeah, I've never actually... I've worn, like, the suit ones. I've never worn those puffy ones, though. That's weird to me.
Do you...
Like,
okay.
why is just my torso warm?
If you were to, like, dress me as a findom for, like, my audience, what do you think my ideal outfit would have to be?
Well... That is impossible for me to answer without sending you, like, pictures of different items of clothing and stuff.
I say this because I thought about it the other day, and I was like, if you were in, like, a latex corset situation, I feel like you would basically crush men's souls. Like... That is the goal. You know, exactly. So I was just wondering if it's like, and everybody,
it would be.
It's a personality thing. Like, I just felt like it would suit your personality.
I know exactly what outfit I'd put you in. Oh shit.
Nugget 2. He knows 2.
I don't know if he's gonna stop for a while.
Okay.
Maybe we should end the episode.
Okay.
And like...
All right, well...
We should have Ron Jeremy on our show. You should ask
Oh, yeah, let's just have Ron Jeremy on the show. Ron Jeremy, if you want to join us, welcome to Daddy Issues. Please email us at daddyissuezshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, but you know what, though? He does shit like that all the time. Did you ever see him on Tiny Chicken Machine Show?
No.
Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show. Ron Jeremy. Look it up on YouTube. Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show.
All right.
He fucking does weird appearances in places all the time. So he might do it.
All right.
You're
well,
like,
Ron
on,
Jeremy,
man.
you were just made aware of how to contact us. Please do it. You can join us. You can tell us all about your magical adventures. That's it for us, everybody. Thanks for listening to us. This has been Daddy Issues. She's Lily. I'm Shade. Bye.
Bye. Oh, now he stops barking.
Dude, right? This bitch. Thank you for joining us on Daddy Issues. If you enjoy the show, rate us wherever you're listening to us. And if you'd like to show your appreciation, you can do so at paypal.me/tiptheladies. If neither of those work for you, share us with a friend. I mean, after all, we're everybody's guilty pleasure. Click, play, obsess.